Drawing in PowerPoint is nothing new. You already have inking tools built into the ribbon and even quick annotation options when you're presenting in slideshow mode. But what if drawing in PowerPoint could be better with more tools, and it wasn't just something you did as a presenter, but something that your students became a part of? It became something that they used to think, respond, and participate during your lesson. In this video, I'll show you a tool to do just that. But first, let's start with what PowerPoint already gives you, and then I'll show you how to take it that one step further. PowerPoint has a built-in draw tab right in the PowerPoint ribbon where you can use to annotate right on top of your slides. To learn more about this draw tab, take a look at the video linked up above. But in addition to that draw tab, if you enter your PowerPoint slideshow mode, you'll also notice that PowerPoint has the quick access drawing tools here as well. However, I have the best tip for beginners or advanced users to take it one step further. So you see this toolbar down here at the bottom of the screen is part of ClassPoint, a free PowerPoint add-in that gives you access to all these drawing tools, pens, highlighters, shapes, text boxes, and more, and will even allow your students to draw on the slides. To access this toolbar, you can download ClassPoint for free at classpoint.io. Then when you are in your PowerPoint edit mode, you'll see ClassPoint here in your top ribbon. So we'll take a look at that later, but for now, we're gonna jump back into our slideshow mode and take a look at this toolbar down at the bottom of the screen. So within this annotation toolbar, we can access different pen tools. So you can click on that to access different colors along with different thicknesses that you can draw. Then we also have different highlighting tools as well that you can use. We also have different shapes, so we can use those to draw right on our slides. And then lastly, we have different text boxes if needed. So if you want to write on your slide, you can write right away. So these tools are really great for calling out key points, explaining concepts visually, thinking out loud with your class, you name it, you can write it down all on your slides and they'll be saved throughout your presentation. However, were you thinking that this slide is getting a little crowded? Because same here. But don't worry, we have a solution for that, and it is a whiteboard slide. So ClassPoint also offers different whiteboard backgrounds. So you can click here and see all of the different options that ClassPoint offers. So you can just click on one here and insert that as a slide in your presentation to then go ahead and begin annotating or continue annotating, writing down all of your students' thoughts right inside of PowerPoint. So ClassPoint offers its own preset templates, as you can see here. Otherwise, you can also create and add in your own, so that way it kind of fits better for your classroom. To learn about creating custom whiteboards and a little bit more about this, I've linked a video up above. So now that you know how to draw on your slides, how can your students draw on your slides? Great question. ClassPoint has a bunch of interactive question types for students to stay engaged and involved in your presentation. One of those question types is the slide drawing question type. So this allows you to share a slide with students, as students can draw on it, and then they'll send it back to you all done right within class. So this isn't considered a live shared whiteboard. It's designed for individual thinking and responses, which means there are so many different ways to use it. It can be used for drawings, math, labeling, brainstorming, circling, or even highlighting information too. So plus, when students are responding to your question, you can always insert it as a slide inside of your presentation, and then that way you can annotate right on top of that to correct any mistakes or go over an answer further during class. In addition, it is great, you can see here that you can also hide the participant names. That way students can feel a little bit more comfortable when they're submitting. So all of those answer choices are saved, so you can see that annotations throughout the presentation and all those student responses are saved, so you don't have to worry about losing everything. So next, let me show you how I created this slide drawing slide. So back in our PowerPoint edit mode, first things first is you want to make sure, let me first delete that. First things first is you want to make sure that you have a question or a description of what you want your students to draw. Then leave lots of blank space, pretty much the whole slide if you can, so that way students have enough room to do their drawing. Then you can add, in a map like I did here, so that way students can draw on top of it, a diagram for labeling, different things like that. The next step then would just be to go into your Inkno ClassPoint tab, click on the slide drawing question, and the button gets added onto your slide. And on the side here, you can see that you can hide those participant names if needed. And that is it. So when you then go to present, you can invite your students to join the class at classpoint.app. That is located here in the class code. So you can click on that, they can scan, join from the website. And then once you start the question, they can go ahead and begin submitting. So I'll link a video down below and up above if you want a more detailed explanation on the setup and how students can join into this interactive question type. So now you know how to draw directly inside of PowerPoint with lots of different tools. Plus, you can extend this experience to students to add some interactivity during your class. Try it out in your next session and let us know how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. That way you don't miss another ClassPoint or EdTech video about using a different technology in your classroom.